What really happens after the age of 75? Let me tell you a secret most people won't. It's not about decline, disease, or detachment from the world. It's a beginning, unlike anything you might expect. If you think getting old is about fading away, you're in for a surprise. Because what starts after 75 is a hidden chapter in life, rich, profound, and often shockingly transformative. And if you stick with me till the very end of this story, you'll uncover 8 powerful truths that will not only change how you see the elderly, but maybe even how you see yourself, your parents, or your future. Let me begin with something personal. Years ago, as a young doctor fresh out of residency, I visited an old man in a rural clinic. His name was Mr. Basu. He was 86, and he walked with a cane made from a mango branch. He had deep lines carved into his face and hands that trembled slightly, but his mind? As sharp as a knife. He spoke of thermodynamics, ancient Bengali poetry, and the climate crisis without a single note. I asked him how he stayed so mentally active. He said, "I've lived through famine, war, freedom, and heartbreak. My mind doesn't rest, it reflects." That was my first encounter with what I now call post-75 brilliance. I've seen it many times since. The first truth, psychological rebirth. After decades of being defined by roles, worker, parent, provider, spouse, something shifts after 75. The world stops expecting, and suddenly, many elderly people find the courage to rediscover who they truly are. It's a shedding of the ego. It's not uncommon to see someone start learning classical music at 78 or write their first novel at 81. And they don't do it to impress anyone. They do it because for the first time, they're finally free to listen to their inner voice. This isn't regression, it's reinvention. A kind that only age can allow. Second truth, emotional depth. Modern life teaches us to react quickly, to solve, to move on. But those who have lived beyond 75 have lived through complex losses. Loss of friends, spouses, health, identity. And through this, they often emerge with a rare ability, emotional resilience. They don't just survive grief, they become wise from it. They know how to sit with pain, how to truly listen. I've had elderly patients who offered more emotional comfort to grieving families in 5 minutes than trained counselors could in an hour. They don't panic. They sit with your sorrow and nod as if to say, "I've been there too. You'll be okay." Third truth, the body transforms, yes, but not always in decline. What shocked me as a doctor was how much health actually improves for some after retirement. The removal of stress, the structure of routines, the commitment to health in older age, these can dramatically improve well-being. I've seen patients lose weight, reverse type 2 diabetes, regain mobility, all after 75. A woman named Pramila started aquatherapy at 79. She told me, "For the first time, my body feels like it's dancing in the water." And it shows. Better posture, clearer skin, even spark in the eyes. Yes, aging changes us, but with care, it doesn't have to diminish us. Fourth truth, creativity comes alive. I'll say it plainly. This is the most creative generation ever to live past 75. Technology allows it. Time allows it. And wisdom demands it. From podcasting and YouTube channels to embroidery, storytelling, painting, woodworking, digital design, even composing music, elders are reclaiming the word creator. Why? Because the stories they carry demand expression. And the beauty? They don't seek fame. They seek meaning. And meaning always connects. Fifth truth, relationships evolve. After 75, people grow more honest. They no longer entertain toxic relatives or fake friendships. They distill their lives to essentials. Who matters? What matters? They invest deeply in a few souls rather than spreading thin. That's why you'll often see elders spend hours with a grandchild or one dear friend over meaningless small talk. Their love becomes quieter but deeper, and their advice? Often poetic. I once heard a man tell his granddaughter, "Choose a man who returns your texts when he's busy, not when he's bored." That's 80 years of distilled wisdom. Sixth truth, spirituality opens like never before. For some, it's traditional faith. For others, it's mindfulness, meditation, or nature. But after 75, people ask bigger questions. Who am I? Why did I live? What happens after I die? These aren't fears, they're fascinations. They aren't looking for guarantees. They're looking for peace. A kind of peace that comes not from answers, but from surrender. One of my most remarkable patients, a retired police officer, told me during his hospice days, "I don't know what's next, but I'm okay with not knowing." Seventh truth, financial freedom, surprisingly. Not everyone experiences this, but those who do, redefine it. It's not about wealth. It's about clarity. They know what not to buy. They know joy isn't in possession. They invest more in memories than things. In fact, many begin teaching younger generations about the dangers of debt, the importance of simplicity, and the art of saving without obsession. Money becomes a tool, not a trap. Eighth truth, legacy becomes the compass. It's no longer about what you do. It's about what remains after you're gone. That's when many start writing letters, passing on stories, sharing recipes, recording interviews, mentoring youth. They realize that every word, every act of kindness, echoes, and they want that echo to mean something. This is when life transforms into something much larger than one person's experience. It becomes a gift to humanity. So what really happens after 75? In short, revelation. But only if you're open to it. If you keep expecting pain, loss, irrelevance, you may find it. But if you look for truth, beauty, connection, you'll find that too. The world may see age as a curtain call. But to those who have lived it, 75 is the start of a quieter, stronger, deeper song. One that deserves to be heard. And here's the most shocking part. None of this is rare. It's just rarely told. We've painted aging in gray. But inside, it is bursting with color. If you've made it this far, you know now what most don't. And if you haven't reached 75 yet, there's something extraordinary waiting for you. This isn't the end. It's a renaissance. Let's not just grow old. Let's grow wise. Let's grow full. Let's keep going. And if this opened your eyes, share it. Because someone out there, maybe your parent, your grandparent, or even you, needs to know life after 75 isn't what we think. It's better. And we're just getting started.